Okay, welcome to Strategy Squared, and today we're going to be playing Starsector. Going to get straight into it, start a new campaign. Going to pick a wonderful profile, like an old grey dude who looks like he's been in space a long time. This guy will do. It's not quite grey, but I like his hat that he's got going on there. Going to generate myself a name, Poseiden Titan. Amazing, yes, I am definitely Poseiden Titan. So we're playing with the Nexarelli mod. We know how it works. Basically, it makes Starsector into much more like a 4X experience and adds all sorts of extra wonderful features that we're going to enjoy. We don't want a random core worlds. We'll stick with our default core worlds. We don't need extra colonies at start. Default faction relations, no faction respawn. If we wipe them out, well, that's a natural selection, I'm afraid. Prism Freeport enabled. We do not want easy mode or Starfarer mode, definitely not. Random starting location, no. Starting mods, none. Own faction start location, any. Skip story, no. We want the story. Other options, I've just done that. Okay, so we're going to proceed. We're going to choose a faction. Great Houses of Kessador. Start as a Knight Errant of Kessador. I have no idea what that looks like. I don't know what that means, but it sounds quite fun. Other factions, none of them really stand out to me. The Star Federation sounds quite fun. I think this is a faction kind of based on the FTL ships. But what I really want to do is come to PRV. So these are like a corporate faction, as far as I understand it. And I'm going to select the combat small. I want my starting level. We're going to start as commander, because I really want to have a game here where I focus on officers and the characters in our fleet. So our starting skill points, we've got 6 skill points and 20 story points already in the bank. So basically we're assuming that we've been playing for a while and skilled up. I'm going to go for technology 1, navigation and sensors, so we can move about more easily and also stay hidden. And then we're going to go for damage to ships larger than frigates, if a frigate. Ooh, yeah, I think we'll go for some small ship play. That'll be really good. And come down here, greater cargo capacity, greater fuel capacity, greater personnel capacity. Increases the burn level of all non-militarized civilian grade ships by 2. That's incredible. Bulk transport. Yes, please. More salvage, less crew lost, more post-battle salvage, more resources. Yes, please. And then repair rate, recovered ships have higher hull integrity and combat readiness. Yes, have some of that. Right, that's us done. Poseiden Titan. He is a techno navigator, censorious, bulk transporting, salvaging, repairing wolfpack tactics small ship guy. We're also playing with Industrial Evolution, which adds all sorts of extra kind of facilities and functions that we can do with our colonies when we get that far. But we'll see how we go. Okay. Saving the game. Here we go. Straight into it. Okay. So let's just pause right there. There's a lot going on. So we're starting on this colony, Utbo, Terran eccentric world. A large, mild, eccentric world. I guess that's to do with its orbital, the way it orbits its star. Populated by millions of people who live quiet lives, mainly as farmers, under the thumb of a dizzying array of feudal lords. All legal trade with the world passes through the orbital station, leaving the planet itself largely isolated from the sector. Okay, so there's basically serfs and peasants living on this planet. Let's read about our faction, shall we? Where can we find our faction? I think we go in here, and PRV. Our factions over here, so let's have a look. So we're starting off PRV Starworks. You're relatively well known within the PRV, whether in person or by reputation. Minor functionaries know to stay out of your way. Oh, that's good. We are allies with the Persian League and the Sindrian Diktat. We are enemies with the Legio Infernalis. They don't sound very friendly. The Ludic Path, the Rust Belt, and the Pirates. Okay, so a little bit about our faction. For the upstarts and opportunists of the PRV Starworks mega corporation, we're megacorp, folks. Okay, so we're out to make money for rich people, I get it. The post-collapse era has been ripe with opportunity, a time where wealth and power is within reach of anyone brave enough to reach out and grasp it, hold it down, and make it his own. After a series of leveraged buyouts, hostile takeovers, and a few direct invasions, the PRV has managed to carve out a fief of its own and is eyeing the post-collapse sector hungrily for any new opportunities for an acquisition. Okay, so basically we're an evil mega corporation, and I'm currently an employee and a loyal servant of these, my liege lords, a warrior in their service. The works, an orbital mega factory orbiting a backwards fringe world, form the heart of the corporation's power. Ooh, no wonder they've got lots of ships. They've got an orbital mega factory. They're it's one of only a few still functioning nanoforges in the sector, and it churns out ship after ship, squadron after squadron, fleet after fleet to allow the PRV to challenge the sector for supremacy. The major powers are not entirely impressed, however. What could a group of fringe worlders hope to accomplish against the likes of the hegemony? The PRV seem to agree, and have pursued trade alliances with the neighbouring powers of the Persian League and the Sindrian Diktat. Haughtier voices in the inner sector have gone as far as to describe the relationship as tributary. Okay, so we're not quite at that point where we can assert our power. We have to ally and be kind of the junior partner for these two big factions. So basically make sure that we're not too vulnerable and going to be knocked down a peg or two by the hegemony, who are not particularly hospitable, I noticed over there. Indeed, the situation of the PRV is not entirely clear-cut. While their industrial capacity is respectable and the corporation's navy grows stronger by the day, they lack military experience and have an unenviable strategic situation with vulnerable supply routes connecting far-flung and isolated assets. I see. Now, that's not actually going to be too bad for us, having the faction that we start with having colonies that are quite spread out, because it means that perhaps we'll get more support and be able to kind of travel further afield for missions quite easily, be able to find a safe port or a safe haven. The fact that the hegemony don't like us is kind of concerning, but they're not yet our enemies, but they could be in the future. So we'll see. We've got a couple of other friendly factions, Persian League, Sindrian Diktat, and the only enemies really that really bother me here are the Rust Belt. Okay, yeah, so recent history has the Alliance butting heads with the PRV. Okay, so basically we've been picking on them too much. So yeah, we'll see. We need to watch out for them because they don't like AI cores or harvested organs, nor do I, but as a loyal PRV servant, I guess we can tolerate harvested organs. Let's have a look at the map and see where we are. Okay, so this is our starting system. We are at the star of Starngard, the orange star of Starngard. Nice kind of Nordic sounding name there. And we have another colony in this system called Strand, and another one called Naden. And it looks like we're the only ones in this system, which is good. It's good for our faction. Okay, so let's have a look at the sector map. Where do we lie? Okay, so just on the north western edge of the core worlds. Oh, there is an independent colony here. That's good. And our nearest neighbours, Persian League, they're our friends. Persian League friends. Persian League. So we're surrounded by friends. And then unexplored wastes over here, kind of to the northwest. And Star Federation to the north. The Shan Empire. Okay, so actually this kind of region should be quite nice. Let's have a look at the turn off the Starscape and look at the hype. Okay, so all these worlds over here, these unexplored worlds, are actually pretty cut off through hyperspace storms. And then one of the good things I like about this new version of Starsector is they have these like hyperspace highways, which when we go into hyperspace, we'll be able to actually work out where they are and use them to get around safer. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a mission getting through all these storms to come up here eventually and explore. But we've got some unexplored systems quite close by, including a black hole. Let's set course initially for Yamaris's walk, but go and explore up there. Let's have a look at our fleet. Who have we got? So we've got the the PRV, our capital ship, our flagship at the moment is the PRV At Long Last, and here I am, Poseiden Titan. This is an Eld class hunter destroyer, an agile and flexible destroyer that can be outfitted for most mission profiles. Its advanced tensor drive gives it a somewhat bursty movement pattern. In the PRV, officers are often given command of an Eld very early in their careers, as is suitable for me, I guess, as a trial by fire and as an excellent way for a young talent to prove themselves. Attrition rates tend to be high. Oh dear, but not for me. But the officers that complete their assignments often do go on to become the naval elite. Great. Wow, it's actually a pretty good ship. 5,000 hull integrity, an Omni shield, quite a lot of armor, huge flux capacity. We've got a ram shield, a gravitic anchor, an arc volt ejector, and a tensor drive, as long as some pretty cool looking weapons. Then we've got Lieutenant Zosma Beaudry. She has energy weapon mastery, but she is reckless. She's piloting a substantive variant hinder. Oh, the PRV substantive variant hinder. That is such a mouthful. I'm going to have to change that name. Fastnod class phase support frigate. Nice. Another cool little attack ship. Looks a bit delicate. And then we have an aggressive Esther Mariner, who's great at helmsmanship, and she's flying the PRV Skywards, a light close support frigate. Okay. Right, we need to watch out for Zosma Beaudry. And let's go in quickly and just refit her ship. Thanks. I'm going to rename this. We'll just call her the Hinder. There we go. The Skywards and the At Long Last. Got some cool weapons. So the gravitic anchor, what does this actually do? By generating a graviton field, the ship increases its apparent mass by 100%, ensuring that it has little need to fear direct contact with other ships. Additionally, the ship will direct a gravitational pull towards hostile ships, depending on its hull size, making it more difficult for them to escape. Enemy fighter craft may be crushed against the ship's hull. Amazing. I wonder if that does damage to me too. We also have an arc volt ejector. Flux overloads are ejected as a graviton burst, reducing overload duration and violently displacing targets. So we can use flux as a way of kind of helping us when we're being ganged up on. And also deals damage. Wow, that's pretty good. Especially with that armor and high shields and high flux capacity, I guess that's going to be really useful. And a ram shield. Shield deployment is near instant and 100% wider, but quickly shrinks to its normal maximum. The shield must be fully lowered for the system to reset. Okay, so shield deployment. Shields are basically work better, okay, to begin with. So it will pay for us with our high armor to kind of keep the shields down and only deploy them when we're kind of in trouble, basically. Skywards has missile plating. It's basically... Ooh, the missiles launched from this ship have 40 points more health and durability and are faster. So these little medium-range missile launchers, guided missiles of exceptional high velocity, are actually going to be really tough to shoot down and going to be much faster. Okay, nice. And the Hinder, this is more like looks like it's more like a point defense frigate, to be honest. It's called phase support frigate, but she's reckless. And she's got delicate machinery, so less combat readiness and less time by the looks of it. Oh, increased combat readiness decay and a phase field, but she's got hardened subsystems, so that's okay. Please don't break this ship. It looks too good. I'm going to put this on auto fire. And let's go back. Okay, let's dock at the works. Friendly star fortress. Hanging as a dark star in the sky above the night side of Utbo, the orbital smelters, foundries, and yards that form the industrial heart of the system loom hungrily, always asking for additional dues from the lords on the planet below. Okay, so this is basically where us corporate elite guys live, to kind of extract maximum wealth from the poor peasant servants down here. Got a battle fleet, that looks pretty badass. A convoy, an unidentified fleet, looks probably traders of some sort, and a picket. Let's go to the works and get kitted out. Okay, let's trade some goods, see what we've got. Ooh, we start with Starworks Blueprint. Ooh, this looks awesome. I'm going to go ahead and learn that. This is basically a lot of the ships for our faction. So we've learnt that. We've got 40 machinery, 65 crew, which is enough. 80 fuel. Let's get more fuel. Let's go max fuel. Almost max fuel. And let's go up to, say, 100 and 200 supplies. Oh, too many. Let's go to 150 supplies. Costs about 20 grand, not too bad. We've got some storage here, which is great, but let's take everything with us. See if we can buy any ships to start with. Ooh. Okay, I don't want to... See, my thinking for this run is that I want to really avoid ships with demods if possible. And if we find a good ship, well, I'm open to restoring them and getting rid of all the demods. But I really want to make sure our small fleet is really at optimum combat capacity. We've got some other elds here, but they've all got quite a lot of demods, and we've got the... Oh, that looks cool. The Harbinger, the very, very, very Harbinger class phase custom destroyer. Okay, looks very cool. Black market, anything awesome? Manticore destroyer. There's so many cool ships in this Starsector now with all the mods I've got on it. Okay, I think we'll just go out as we are. Okay, let's go down. Let's talk to the base commander. Do you have any work for me? New targets, bounties, a small observation package, Adramelech fortress. Ooh, I don't want to go near a fortress. And a surplus combat freighter. 16,000 for a Gemini. Do you know what? Doesn't look too bad actually. Maximum fuel burn is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and buy that for 16,000 credits, but leave it here in case we need it later, because that's a really good deal. Going to cut the comm link. Go down to the bar. Unsanctioned bounty board, no. A concerned woman. Urgent supplies need to be delivered. Okay. I'm not interested in a cargo run. Bounty board. High value bounty. Sanagrun. Wanted, dead, not alive. The Green Devil, charged and convicted for crimes against both humanity and the corporation by preying on food convoys, put thousands at risk of starvation and seriously impacted day-to-day economic operations at the lab. Sadly, out of our current range till we get a fuel tanker. Let's just go do some exploration, I think. Okay, so... Oh yeah, we need to leave the fleet. Need to leave you here. Need to leave the freighter here. Store. Okay. Let's repair our ships. Cost us some supplies. Let's go. Speed up time. So there shouldn't be any threats really. Oh, star. It's so beautiful. Stjarngard. Slightly cooler. Class K. Okay, there shouldn't be any threats nearby, but we're going to turn off the transponder before we jump. Okay, let's just quickly... We've entered hyperspace. Okay, so we're going to make sure we avoid the worst parts of these storms. Let's try and come around here. I really hate the hyperspace storms. They do so much damage. Until we get used to... Oh! Okay. Oh, we've detected a warning beacon. A fully autonomous warning beacon. Let's see what it says. A fully autonomous warning beacon contains a solid-state power system which enables theoretical operation of the station keeping half-life with an upwards range in the hundreds of thousands of cycles. The astute starship captain will heed well its warning. Okay, now look at that. The map there is brilliant. Look at the, sorry. Let's look at the map tab. Okay, so actually these, what are they called again? Hyperlanes? I don't know, hyperspace lanes. I don't really want to go in one, but those are really going to help us to kind of move. If we ever have colonies over here and we want to get back over here, it's going to be really helpful for us. Oh dear, God, that scared me to death. A distress call in the Gamma Yomi star system. Ooh, let's go up here and see if there's any warning beacon nearby. Ooh, unidentified contact. Let's go dark. A huge unidentified fleet lying in wait. See if we can get closer. No, we cannot. I do not want to be detected by these guys. I wonder if that's where the distress signal came from. So, okay, Gamma Yomi, a red dwarf, and it seems like it has multiple planets, at least 3 or 4 planets, but no warning beacon. I really don't want to go close to there with this pirate fleet lurking about. It's a great place to lurk though, isn't it, for pirates? We're going to leave them alone, and we're going to come in here. I know there's a warning beacon, but let's go to the fringe and see what we can identify. So that's too close, I think, to the star. Let's go to the outer. Ooh, okay. So we've discovered a derelict ship and an inactive gate. Let's open up the system map. Okay, so we spawned in right here, and there's lots of activity, lots of contacts down there. 2 barren worlds, an arid world. The inner system jump point is actually not too badly located for us. It's quite a small system. And there's a sense. Oh, I might be tempted to go turn on that actually. And we can come back later. Oh dear. Is this some good salvage? An Archon class destroyer. Wow. Let's have a look. While making preliminary assessment, your salvage crews find a single occupied sleeper pod still running on backup power. Attempt to open the pod? Yes, of course. The thawing process completes, and the pod opens. It contains an experienced officer who joins you out of gratitude for being rescued. I bet they do. Lieutenant Navina Ocampo, level 5, has joined your fleet. Amazing. Wow, we've got another officer. Maybe we can swap out that reckless person for them. There's lots of potential salvage, so we've got enough crew, enough equipment. And the resource recovery effectiveness is really high, 150, because we've got a lot of equipment. Consider whether special measures might be taken to recover the ship. Yeah, we can consider it. Wow, okay, the Archon class attack destroyer. Okay, I'm sure this was a formidable ship in its time. A transitional destroyer design that combines speed, durability, and heavy firepower, excels in fleet engagements and duels alike, but suffers from near non-existent rear defenses. Okay, it's only got a front shield. I have no idea like what faction this comes from. Oh, it's high-tech ship, but at the moment, I just want to leave it here. We can always try and come back later, I guess. No, I just want to keep with the smaller ships. Let's salvage it. Okay, so we took all that. We need to get rid of some of this metals. We don't need that. Okay. So over here, is this a debris field? Yes, a debris field. We don't need to salvage that right now. We're going to go up to... Oh, that's a huge corona. Okay, I heard something on the radar there. Okay, there's something in the corona of this star. Please be a data cache or some kind of... Ooh, a minor supply cache. Let's go in, see what we get. Your fleet approaches a minor supply cache. A cache of supplies, weapons, or other equipment, drifting and forgotten. Until now. Okay, let's explore. As your salvage crews begin their work, a transmitter inside the cache sends out an encrypted broadwave signal. Whatever destination it's meant for, it has to be nearby. Okay, so I think we've just announced ourselves to the entire system. Let's quickly begin salvage and leave. Okay. That's disappointing. I'll be honest. Or should we leave? These are 120. Yeah, we don't need these ship's parts. Transplutonics. I'm not a big fan of those either. No, I'll keep those. Okay, well, we can always come back for those before we leave. If we need extra. Let's get out of here. Okay. That slowed us. Oh, okay, here they go. Yes, we're not there. We escaped you. Good hunting. Oh. I heard some other sensor contacts then. I wonder where they are. Is it in the corona of the ship, of the star? Okay. Uh-oh. So let's go dark and try and approach the sensor array. This might give us a bigger advantage in trying to identify some loot. Okay. Okay, yeah, you can see we can identify those guys all the way out that way. Let's come this way. Speed up a bit and go have a look at the planets. See what's down there near the actual barren planets. Okay, so we're picking up some contacts down there. This could be a fleet. It seems stationary. A debris field. Okay, that's down there. But this looks like some kind of a mule-class combat freighter. No, we don't. But we'll salvage it. We don't want it, but we'll salvage it. A pile driver blueprint. Oh, nice. No, we do not want you. We need to stay agile. Okay, we need the supplies. Do we need anything else? Okay, what's the pile driver? An enormous cannon that pummels its target with huge kinetic rounds. Limited range. Okay, well, we'll learn that, I think. We'll learn that. I'll free up some space. Let's go have a look near the planet. Okay. So, okay, it looks like another debris field. Okay, that's an equipment cache. A dormant fleet. Right, this is what we really want to get close to. Ooh, that's income. Lots of debris fields. Oh, that one looks like either a big fleet. So many contacts. An equipment cache. Cargo manifest. Found by the salvage crew sent to the equipment cache indicates the presence of a quantity of volatiles likely to be found if proper salvage is conducted. I do not want volatiles. Ooh, but I want that an Onslaught class battleship blueprint. 250,000 credits. Yes, please. Let's take as much of the machinery as we can and just leave the rest here. And we could try and stabilize. Oh, nice. Yeah, let's just stabilize the orbit. 2 supplies. Okay, we got lots of contacts here. An unidentified fleet standing down at the Independence. Discovered another derelict ship. Where's that one? A Cordite class cruiser. Yes. Let's have a look. Your fleet approaches a derelict ship, a derelict Cordite-class cruiser drifting through space. It's heavily damaged, though determining whether it's recoverable or not will require closer examination. Okay. Wow, the ship's memory banks are partially accessible and contain full survey data for Bellico, an arid world located some distance away. Okay, it's in this system. The world is notable for being habitable. Okay, so we've got a habitable arid world, survey data immediately, and we've got an Onslaught class battleship blueprint. We can consider it. Ooh, this one looks cool. Quick and heavily armoured, but with so many D-mods. Excuse me, and it would be so easy. Capable of outgunning most opponents in a direct flight. Devastating assault cruiser. Wowzers, so many D-mods. High tech. I want to stick with our faction for now. Let's just salvage it. Hopefully get some good equipment. Okay. Nothing. Let's learn the Onslaught class battleship. Okay. Right, we'll stabilize these two. A pirate corsair. Engaged in battle. Okay, we'll let you have that fight, I think. Ooh. Looks like some salvage over here. A Falcon class heavy cruiser. Explore. Consider recovery. Oh, this one doesn't look too bad. Degraded life support, which is less maximum crew. Okay, so this is hilarious. And faulty automated system. So in order to use this ship, only 90 crew can live on it. But it needs 200 crew to operate. Apart from that, it's a perfectly workable strike cruiser. No. Okay, we're really not getting any weapons or any other good salvage, so I'm just gonna stock up on supplies, take 2 extra, and stabilize these. Let's just look at our... Okay, we've got more debris fields. This is the world. Okay, it has unexplored ruins. Awesome. So let's quickly make sure we learn this Onslaught class battleship and go up to the planet Bellico. It's a great name. Let's come up here and actually see if there's anything else in orbit. Doesn't seem so. Okay, your fleet approaches Bellico. You have full survey data for this planet. Widespread ruins, blips from radiation sources, and the distinctive bird radar ping of foamed ceremetal structures can be found across Bellico, evidence of a small but concerted colonization effort dating to the late expansion period of the domain. While long-term exploitation of the resources in these ruins requires a colony, a salvage team can conduct a search for anything of immediate value. You can mine the planet, explore the ruins, construct an outpost. Let's explore the ruins. Oh, wow, great. Salvage rig. Salvage crews report several ships found in a sealed hangar bay. Closer inspection reveals they could be restored to basic functionality. Any ships that aren't recovered will be scuttled, and any fitted weapons and fighter LPCs will be retrieved. So we have a standard salvage rig with degraded field drive and compromised storage. Which means what? Doesn't have any cargo capacity anyway. It does have a salvage gantry, which is pretty much what we're looking for. But it's so easy to see on sensors. No, we can't take these. We don't have enough men or materials to make salvage mine the planet. Or, okay, nice. But let's not do that. What does constructing an outpost cost out of interest? Okay. Oh, we need a gamma core. Okay. Well, oh, I didn't check. We don't really know how habitable it is. Okay. Right. Let's sweep down here. And then we'll come back and have a look at some of this, the inactive gates, if there's any more salvage. And then we'll head home and maybe come back with a freighter at some point. Those are our cargo pods. Oh, hello. What are you? Another derelict. A battle cruiser. Now this sounds more interesting. The Traumtanzer. You look incredible. A derelict Traumtanzer class battle cruiser drifting through space. It is battered, though determining whether it's recoverable or not will require closer examination. Okay. Okay. So let's consider. Okay, so it's got... Whoa, I don't even know this faction, but this thing looks insane. 600 skeleton crew. This thing's huge. Okay, this ship has suffered extensive damage, but it's... However, with so much broken beyond repair, deployment recovery costs are substantially lower. A variant design of the Nachtgesang, intended as a fleet command ship, replacing its 2 flight decks with a pair of large universal mounts and adding a missile autoforge, likely begrudgingly purchased from the Casadari houses. The Traumtanzer is meant to lead from the front, laying down heavy fire. Holy shit. This is so good. Huge amount of maintenance. Now, I couldn't afford to run this right now. But having it just in storage is going to really help us later on. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. And then if we put it immediately, we're going to put it immediately into mothball. The ISS Hermione is now part of your fleet. That's amazing. Our first battle cruiser. Okay, so we're going to mothball you. We're going to get it. We're going to get the hell out of here. Oh, let's look at our officers. So who's this new officer? Navina Ocampo. She's reckless as well, but she's much more likely to survive than this lady Zosma Boji. We'll get you a ship soon, Zosma, don't worry. Wow. Imagine her piloting that beast. Okay. Let's get out of here before we get detected. Hopefully no other contacts. Okay. Okay, well, let's just go down here and have a look. Discovered a debris field. Oh my word. We've discovered so many things. Colossus. Okay. We are very lucky. Venture class cruiser. Let's consider it. This one's... No, let's just leave it for now. Colossus. Compromise storage. Okay. Let's have a look at the Shrike. Oh, what have we found? Sifting through what appears to be mostly ancient and useless files on a barely working data slate, one of your salvage workers comes across some very interesting information pertaining to Ludic Path machinations. Sending the data slate back to them will surely raise relations, but their competitors might value it even more than them. Ludic Path or Legio Infernalis. I don't know much about these, but I think the Ludic Path seem slightly less psychopathic than the Infernal Legion of Hell. So let's go with them. Great, they're inhospitable now. Unreliable subsystems. Actually, that's not too bad. Let's take a look. Okay, yeah, I'm going to recover this because it's just one demod to to get rid of, but we'll also mothball you and try and get you back to civilization. Another debris field. Okay, let's get out of here. We can come back later on when we've got these ships safely away. This one's dormant. I'm pretty sure we can sneak past it. Let's come around here. Did we look at the freighter? I'm not sure we did. Definitely don't want it there. Okay. A heavy autocannon. Yeah, we'll take that. And okay, that's maximum. We'll leave the rest of you, I'm afraid. Let's learn this blue broadsword LPC. Yes, please. Do we know you already? Okay. Oh yeah, we just put that in carriers, don't we? Right, let's jump out of here. A lot more fuel now. Ooh, we detected something. Let's move slowly and actually see another Colossus class heavy freighter. Ooh. The ship's memory banks are partially accessible and contain information indicating that a derelict ship is located in an asteroid belt in the Octavia 8 star system. The vessel is likely to be at least cruiser-sized. Ooh, gosh, we're going to be so good at salvaging. Wow, heavily damaged. Let's begin salvage operations so the pirates don't get it. Lots of ore out here, transplutonic ore. But the important thing, I guess... I'll just leave the rest. We can't put them in a stable orbit. Okay, let's get out of here. Ooh. Oh dear. They're looking for us. I think that's the pirates. Must be, I guess, some kind of form of pirates. Let's go back to our home base. Stjarngard. And we'll go back to... Yeah, we'll go back to Uchbo Orbital Station. And we can take off running silently. Okay. Well, I think that was a really good first salvage run. Like, I'm so glad we did that. So, we've already got a really core battleship that can form a core part of our fleet later on. So many things happen here. Diplomacy. Okay, we're not interested in missions right now. Let's auto jump, turn the transponder on, and go on autopilot, speed up time. Okay. Well, I'm really happy with that run. I think, you know, we probably made, what, 500,000 credits minimum? And got some good tech already. So I think that was a really positive start. What was that? Something happened. Ooh, this is the works. The outer walls of the station contain a complex of dirty smelters. So this is the orbital shipyard. It's a huge space station. Nice. Okay, so let's trade goods. The survey data. Should we sell it to our own faction? Let's sell it to the PRV military. Okay, tariffs. Wonder how many tariffs we pay on the open market. So, let's sell it to the military. What D mods can we get here? Phase anchor, integrated point defense IA. Okay, so, oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that looks amazing. I'm actually going to buy that. Oh, we can't buy it. We don't have the reputation at the moment. Augmented field drive. Increases maximum burn. That's very, very useful. Okay, let's buy that. Still made some profit. What else? Expanded crew deck. Surveying equipment. Yeah, I'm going to buy that as well because we're all about exploration in this playthrough. That's what I really want to do. I'm going to put these fighters in here. I'm going to put the autocannon in here. We're going to learn these things so we can install them on our ships later on. Let's check the black market. Heavy armor. Not really interested in it right now. Let's look at our fleet. Okay, the Hermione. Let's do a refit, see what weapons she's got on her. Okay, so she comes with some pretty hefty missile launchers, obviously to use with her. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. She's incredible. How much does she cost to restore? 1.5 million. Oh my gosh. If that's how much it costs to restore her, she must be worth millions. Absolute millions. Oh my gosh, the Hermione. You are a beautiful thing to behold. I've never seen so many hardpoints on a ship. Large, universal hardpoint. 2 of them with a Kriegsmesser launcher. Wowzers. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to really look at this ship. And when we've got enough cash, we can repair her. Wow, look at that. High maintenance, no shit. I don't think we can remove that as well. Okay, so this is going to be one of those ships that we rarely use, but when we do bring her out, she's going to go to work. The Adlerauge Array. Massive combat scanner. Supplies improved targeting. Improving range of energy and ballistic weapons by 100 SU. Increasing projectile velocity. It also automatically links with any Silberhertz equipped regalia within 2000 radius, providing with the same bonuses. Okay, so faction bonuses to targeting and projectile velocity and range. Artillery interface. Reduce the ordnance point cost of large ballistic and energy weapons so we can fit more guns on. ECCM package. Reduces the effect of countermeasures. Nice. And increases missile top speed and maneuverability, reduces weapon range reduction. Wow. And the Vund pattern autoforge. This ship contains a large autoforge passively producing missile ammunition during combat. Restores 10% of every missile weapon's base maximum ammunition per minute. Effect increased by 50% if commanding officer has the missile specialization skill. Wow, okay. I'm so looking forward to taking this one out. And then we've got the Shrike. I think, how much does it cost to fix this one? Okay, we're going to restore her straight away. And in the next episode, I think we'll kind of... This is actually one of my most favourite ships. I love equipping them pretty much like they are equipped here, with lots of tactical lasers, which have a huge range. And I prefer like long-range PD. And then they just can function as these really, really useful light destroyers, which actually protect and keep the enemy at range. They can keep particularly like small frigates away from you, because they're 3 tactical lasers. Not very good against large ships or powerful ships, but the smaller ships, they can definitely keep the flux up and force them to have to vent or move out of range. And they can pack some pretty good medium missiles and some amazing PD potential as well. So incredibly useful ship, especially with a steady captain. And if you kind of set it to guard or defend one of the like your flagship, it just helps you to go in and be more aggressive. So will the Spacefarer, yes, what a great name as well. We'll look after that one next time, add it to the fleet, and make sure it's all ready for action. Let's store the Hermione, and let's call that an episode. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Had a lot of fun. Here we are at the works, and in our next episode I think we'll definitely do some work on our fleet, do a bit of upgrades, get the Spacefarer ready for action, Starfarer, Spacefarer ready for action, and maybe go out on another exploration run, maybe take out a freighter from storage and actually go and pick up some of that all that loot that's left in that system. Okay, so thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Bye bye.